Hi, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive. Happy solstice. Happy winter solstice if you're in the northern hemisphere. Happy summer solstice for the southern hemisphere. Thanks so much for being here. And we are going to do a reading for the Libra Collective, Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement. We'll use a variety of tarot and oracle cards, as well as I will share channeled messages as I receive them. Usually it's clairaudiently. All right, let's see what we get for the week of December 22nd to the 28th. Happy holidays to everyone. If you're curious about your readings this week, yes, they will still take place Tuesday and Thursday, regardless of holidays. They'll just be shorter. All right. Libra, Libra, Libra. Best wishes. Speak in the name of love. This is calling in your desires and not wavering. So honor your truth and listen to your heart. What else? Oh, delight. All righty. So every day is a special occasion. Be present in each moment with a gentle, soft, and childlike wonder. Oh, looks like she's holding preserves or jam or something. And what else do we have? Priorities. Give yourself permission to leave unimportant situations and people behind and go where you're truly loved. Having that courage. Takes self-acceptance too, right? What else do we have? You could find these messages pertain to any area of life. Relationship of any kind, love, finances, purpose, all the stuff. One more. Home. Let your home be a haven of peace and harmony. Your home reflects your love for life, beauty, comfort, and joy. I just heard, just now, clairaudiently, I was hearing someone breathing a sigh of relief because of canceled plans. So maybe something of yours gets canceled and you're actually relieved for that. All right, let's see. Maybe it frees you up to do something else. Well, this. All right, I make a little space here for myself on the table. Here we go. All the decks I use are down below, but this one is the Winter Wait Santa's Helpers deck by Tarot Collectibles. Okay, first card out. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. It's like perseverance at its finest here. This is someone who's not backing down. And actually, remember, you did have, like going where you're truly loved and honoring your truth. And that's 7 of Wands does have to do with that. It's like standing up for what you believe in or what you want to do, what you're passionate about. So taking a stand. What else do we have? Ace of Cups. I'm actually hearing Morgan, and I'm hearing, nope, they said not yet. Never mind. So Morgan, I did hear Morgan. Ace of Cups here. When cardinals appear, angels are near. And there's a nice little cardinal, Ace of Cups. You've been getting this a lot. And I love that, this little squirrel is holding on to a cup of preserves or something, a little jar. And then you have the Ace of Cups. I feel like for some of you, you have some sweet relief coming in. That's what I'm hearing clairaudiently as well. All right, what else do we have? What else for the Libra Collective? Check out your January 2026 reading and your 2026 month-by-month preview or forecast. Those are both up. And there are timestamps because the yearly one is long, but there are timestamps for each month. Hope to see you there. All right. You have 2. Queen of Swords and 8 of Swords. Wow. Some of you are feeling, because we have this with priorities, some of you could be realizing what really is important, what needs to be dealt with now, getting clear on that, right? Not being affected too by people's emotions or what everybody else wants necessarily, but really getting clear for yourself for what you need to do, what you want to do. Because the bottom line too is is sometimes like people look up to you. So it's not being selfish when you're taking care of yourself. You know that others rely on you maybe. But this Eight of Swords is really feeling trapped, stuck, feeling like, everything's maybe coming down on them or they can't get clear. But they're encouraged, and they're actually doing it in this card. They're tuning into their own intuition, right? Their eyes, their physical eyes are blocked. So this is about, beating those self-imposed restrictions of some kind and realizing that you do have the power and the authority, as was this Queen of Swords. You decide how something's going to go. You decide who you allow in your home, who can stay, for holidays or whatever. You decide what needs to be cut out or less of, because that's just how it has to be for now. And maybe it's just for now. Maybe it's temporary and it's not a permanent thing. But I mean, I'm getting some of you. I don't want to deliver this, but some of you are going to have a change in your home, because it's almost that feeling of someone comes for the holidays maybe and stays like in the basement or wherever they stay in your house, and then they stay. So there might be sort of this wearing out the welcome, or someone having tough times and then you house them in some way, or you could be staying somewhere longer than what you had anticipated for whatever reason. So just there's something there with that. Yeah, there's a change. Wheel of Fortune, definitely change. Again, it's reminding you are in charge, and it's specifically clarifying you're in charge of what goes on in your home. Right? Getting a handle on something maybe. Maybe people are, indulging quite a bit during the holidays, and it's like you have your priorities straight, and certain things are not going to be tolerated in your house, right? So there could be just a little bit of that energy coming in, and just again, because you want your house to be a safe haven, right? You want it to be peaceful, harmonious. It reflects who you are, what you value. Libras are really, we're into our homes and our beauty and comfort. And the the Wheel of Fortune, that's a 10, right? So for some of you, you're completing something, maybe with the property, with the home, with settling something maybe with family. I'm getting this energy of like cleaning too. Maybe you're diligently cleaning right now, but I am getting that. And then there's the Five of Cups. Yeah, sometimes, when we take a stand, we are gonna lose some of the cups, right? Some people, their feelings could be hurt by us doing what's best for us, or some of us could be just really kind of focusing on what we don't have this time of year rather than what we do have. Yeah. And what again, back to that priorities, it's like what really is meant by when you wish someone best wishes, wishing you well or something. What is that? Does that mean wishing you get lots of money, wishing you're healthy, wishing, what are the priorities? Because that is at the center. It's at the heart of this reading. It's priorities. And something, what's fulfilling for you, and what success means for you, and what best wishes or blessings are for you. For someone else, maybe that's not what they want. Maybe they just want good health, and that's what they want, or they want to restore a relationship with somebody. So we all have our wishes, our desires. Yeah. And for some of us too, there might be a need to stay home and not put yourself in a certain situation. But that's something you will decide, right? You'll decide when the time comes. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. I am feeling this energy of like being called out of work early, or maybe you're needing to leave work early. Okay, with the Knight of Pentacles underneath that, Knight of Pentacles. That's slow. Something on its way to you slowly. It could literally mean that something you ordered or something someone sent to you is late. Okay, I do kind of feel there is this something you're going to enjoy. It's a sweet surprise in a way. So get excited, especially like some of you know that this is on its way. And yeah, it's still on the way. It just might be delayed. All right. And only take what resonates. You have free will, final say. You know your story best. And there's the Seven of Pentacles. Seems like we always get double sevens in our readings now. So you have the Seven of Wands, and now you have the Seven of Pentacles. And this is, really, it's interesting. It's underneath the priorities, because that's really you deciding if something's worth it. Is it worth all that you're putting into it? Or is there a better way ahead? Is there a better path forward for you? Some of you, I do feel there's something emotional, or even something in the romantic love department here that you're kind of trying to sift through, sort through, work through. Let's see what else we have. I'm having to alternate between sitting and standing. My back's not liking sitting for long periods of time. I've been doing a lot of readings lately. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, we have Six of Swords, Three of Swords, Ace of Swords, Queen of Cups. My goodness. Looks like you're ready to move on from something or someone. This is a transition period. It's all connected to this Wheel of Fortune. There's that. Remember I said the something emotional or relationships. There it is right there. Three of Swords. But it's you know what it is? It feels like with the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Cups, it feels like an emotional, it could actually be some sort of emotional, like actually crying, like a breakdown in some way. Like you break down crying, or somebody breaks down crying, and it's very cleansing. It actually somehow leads to this revelation, um, this revelation that something just isn't quite doing it anymore for you. It's time for some kind of change. Okay. It's just not, it's like either you're not getting the support you need, you're always the one having to take care of people, or like they're always relying on you. But it feels like there's, it's interesting because you have the Ace of Cups, right? You have the Ace of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups, and I love the Queen of Cups. She's always really looking into the cup, and it's really like she makes the most out of it, and she decides what's in that cup too. She knows what makes her happy. She knows what she's passionate about. She's a very nurturing and supportive person. This is someone who's very comfortable too. They're very comfortable. They're comfortable to be around. If it was like if I had to pick a person, this is like grandma energy, right? So it feels like there's sort of this need almost to be like very compassionate and self-soothing. And maybe I kind of feel like we're getting a little bit of schoolhouse homework already, and we're not even to that point of the reading, but it seems like for some of you, you want to make sure that if you're going to be going into parties and things this week, and that's not really your thing, or you have to be around people that might stress you out or whatever, and that's not really your thing, make sure you have your strategies like in place ahead of time. Well, if so and so, if I start feeling like this, or if so and so mentions that, here's what I'm going to do. Like have it pre-thought, have a plan in place. Have things that soothe you. Have your music ready to go on your phone or whatever. Have your, bring us soft something if you like to have like a soft blanket or something. Bring some soft fabric. Maybe that's soothing. Bring your favorite crystals with you. I don't know, but everybody has their tools, right? So just have a guided meditation on your phone. You can go and sit in the car and listen to if you need to just get out of there for a minute. So there's this energy there of almost anticipating chaos. So it's like happy holidays though, but sometimes even just the noise level can get to be too much, or just lots of people in one space, whether they're happy, excited or not. It's like sometimes our body just goes by how something feels, and intense is intense, whether it's good or bad sometimes. And so even if people they're enjoying themselves, it's still a lot of energy, right? And it's still a lot to process. Okay. So a lot for the nervous system to handle. Because we're not, it's like this time of year, some of us are having to go to this thing and that thing and this thing. There's stuff at this kid's school. There's stuff at, your mom's, stuff at his mom's, like what, it's just all the things. And just make sure though, that you're doing what you need to do to take care of yourself so that you're not exhausted. All right. Even the little things will matter, will make a difference. And also there's this energy too of like maybe some of you are putting pressure on yourself about finances or about people expecting certain gifts or something from you. There's that coming in too. So it's like, give yourself a break here. It's about when people remember holidays. I don't know about you. I don't remember what I got each year or what I gave. It's more I'll remember, oh, I baked cookies with so-and-so, or I saw this movie, or I went to the church bell choir, whatever thing. And it's all the memories. It's memories. It's stuff that's free usually too. So give yourself, cut yourself some slack there when it comes to the financial piece. Okay. I think a lot of us are dealing with financial struggles, and it's real, so it's just, again, it's about the priorities. What really brings us delight, right? And that little squirrel with her little jar of preserves, yeah. You know what I remember? I remember too the gifts people make. Those are the ones that are the most meaningful. They put their energy into it. Things that my grandmother made or that my great aunt made. I always remember those. I remember all that. You can still smell the little loaves of bread that my aunt would make everybody. She'd start baking in October and put everything in the freezer because everybody would get little loaves of something, or it's just like, those are the things that really, for me anyway, make holidays special. I'm getting major activation here. So I feel like some of you you get it. You understand, right? There's judgment. Okay. Sometimes we're the ones judging ourselves. Yeah. I get this energy. Some of you need to forgive yourself. Okay. Especially if you're forgiving yourself because, you've had to leave some people or situations behind in order to pursue what you really do want to do, what really would fill your cup, even if it's been difficult to get it to come to fruition. It's like, that's where your heart is, or maybe you left and you're in a relationship, and you're in another relationship, and it's like, sorry, didn't work out, but we got to move on, so there's a little bit of energy here. Like, don't let anybody guilt trip you just because maybe you're happy, even because it's like maybe they're not, but you are. So, wow, this is so complex. Why? So, my God, well, you know why? It's the holidays. It's like, all right. We also just had 3i Atlas closer than it has been, So this, Eight of Pentacles. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, 3i Atlas, it's the interstellar object or energy. We could even call it interstellar energy. I'll go with that. That's been in our atmosphere. Anyway, Eight of Pentacles. This is really working hard. Yeah, and they're really putting in the hours and the effort and the energy, and they're making something meaningful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and treating every day like a special occasion. So again, going back to that, what brings you delight, and being present in the full way you can be, in your fullest, with that childlike wonder. And it's okay to play, have fun, Ooh, Queen of Wands. Okay, we always say it. Let's say it together now. Nothing stops a Queen of Wands. She makes up her mind and she goes for it. And I love the fact that we have her with the Queen of Swords. Fire and air, they need each other. They ignite. Well, when they're together, they're really, wow. I mean, that air added to that fire, nothing's stopping those two, right? Because they've got the clarity and the passion. They have the know-how and they have the energy to do it with these two. They're putting a plan into action. Maybe you are, maybe you've done the Seven of Pentacles energy, right? You've gone within with that Eight of Swords. You've got your clarity here with that Queen of Swords, and now you're going to go for it with this Queen of Wands. Some of you are going to go showcase your talents, your abilities. You're going to go be seen, be heard. People are going to know your name. And there's the Five of Wands. Now, they're choosing, like they've put their wands down, and they're actually, it looks like they're playing catch because they're aiming high. They're not trying to hit each other. So this can actually be a resolution to some sort of conflict. It's like working together for the common good. Maybe you have a project going on like that, or maybe there's something going on with family or friends this week where, yeah, you're kind of like seeing each other's point of view. And yeah, let's see what else we have. It's like, because there is that breakthrough of the Ace of Swords. And by the way, you keep getting at least double aces, usually triple aces in the readings lately. So now you have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. What else for Libras? Please. Oh, the moon. The moon, Libra. There's distractions here with this moon card. Don't believe everything you hear. Not everything is true, even that which is in your own head. Okay, I've been saying that lately, and it's true. Some of you have more than you know when it comes to information in order to make a decision. I am feeling that right now. It feels like you have more than enough to maybe get started too with something. And I just don't know if you believe it. And that, unfortunately, is the most important thing, because if you don't believe it, no one else is really going to believe it, right? So it's sort of a thing we keep talking about, but you need to, there's something here about, you need to be very clear about the direction you're headed. For some reason right now, that is like a huge underline, highlight, exclamation point. You have to be clear about your intention, because the energy right now that you're working with is so incredibly powerful. You are powerful. And so really we need to get our intentions straight, you know? All right, let's see what else. Ooh, what else? Is that another 7? No, it's strength. All right, there's strength right there. Yeah. You have an 8 on top of an 8 that can connect to your abundance, although you have triple eights. That's definitely abundance. 888, let me pull that card for you. 888, don't be late. Let's see. That abundance will be right on time, I hope. All right. Okay, and where are you? There you are. Okay. Sign of abundance. You'll have great success coming your way. But I really feel like it does have to do with again, like your focus and your determination. You're bringing this in, like you're willing something in. It seems like you're really powerfully manifesting too. And you can expect that either the universe to challenge you or someone else to challenge you, but in a way that might make you stronger and even more sure of something. Those tests, being challenged in some way, having to like defend something in some way, you can really help you can almost get more clarity that way for yourself too, when you're like defending something that you care about. I'm not saying, oh, it's good to be put on the defensive. No, but it actually can be strengthening and clarifying. You'll also know too who's on your side too with certain things. And ooh, Page of Wands. There's a little message of inspiration though. 6 of Swords came out too, and that's one of the cards I get when it's and the Queen of Cups. Those are both cards that are very supportive energies, and it feels as though you could be getting a message of support from someone coming in, and you may not expect it from them. Maybe they're younger too. And there's the 7 of Swords. Now you have 777. So you have 777, you have 888. Now this is like, let's not fool ourselves with something here. You also have divine guidance with 777 here, connecting with your spiritual guides. Yeah, maybe ask for help. A good one to ask or work with for relationships, I have found personally, is Archangel Shamuel. So maybe if you set an intention and, speak to Archangel Shamuel before having to be around people or something that could potentially be like conflict, and work with that angel energy and see if, you can get something to change kind of ahead of time. Ooh, you can. Look at that. With the Magician, hello. Now you have two cards that have the infinity symbol, although these decks don't feature it, but normally the infinity symbol is over their heads here in the Strength card and the Magician. I love that you have them both. This shows me that like your energy right now is so powerful, very influential. People are going to listen, so that's another reason why it's so important to be clear about what we want to communicate, because words are going to matter right now. They're really going to matter. People might be extra touchy, sensitive. They're going to take the words like literally, some people, and they're going to make things, maybe it might be hard for people, just relationships in general. But at the same time, I am getting that I also see potential here for relationship breakthroughs, with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. I feel like there could be some sort of emotional breakthrough. So we go from like a breakdown to a breakthrough. That's what it feels like, from breaking down to breaking through. I like it. That's why this energy this week, it feels kind of like a little difficult here, but it's like, use it to your advantage. It's not that it's going to be a bad week. It's just that the energy itself feels kind of intense. And it's again, it's no surprise, right? This happens, during the holidays. People, again, they're having to maybe see people or go places out of their comfort zone, make nice, right? There's pressure to buy and spend and do and overdo, and sometimes we only see certain people like once a year, and this is the time, and so it's just a lot, and it can be exciting, as I said, but sometimes it can also be draining, or it can be just hard to deal with sometimes, right? I'm actually hearing right now, clearly, I'm sick of the facade. So some of you may be feeling like, you're having to fake your way through something here, but you have the Magician in your pocket and they have on the table one of every suit. So find what works for you, how you're going to address something, or choose not to. There is the potential here for healing. Definitely. Recovering, even for some of you. Recovering something or from something. Let's see what else we get, please. For Libras this week, let's go day by day. Let's say Monday. Let's get a card for Monday. Monday, giving and receiving. Keep prosperity flowing. Monday, let's do Tuesday. Bold statement. Speak about what you know. Wednesday, being yourself. Show off the real you. Thursday, hidden treasure. You have untapped resources. Oh, that would be nice for Thursday. Maybe you get a bonus, right? That's actually Christmas. Oh, there you go. Maybe you have unwrapped resources. All right, here we go. Like unwrapping a present, get it? Friday, tasting success. Your hard work's being rewarded. And Saturday, finding direction. You're being shown the way. And a week from today, Sunday, snowball effect. You're on a roll. All right. So it didn't slip by me that these two, Sunday and Friday, came out in the reverse. And generally with Oracle cards, I don't really care, but they do kind of want me to mention that there's a focus on acknowledgement and success on Friday. It could be that you don't feel appreciated, but it could be that you do. Okay. So that's Friday. And then for Sunday, you might feel like you're not on a roll with something. You're just coming off maybe holidays. It could feel like things are kind of held up again Sunday. So I'm only making note of that because they came out in the reverse. So we'll see what it is for each individual person. It's not going to be the same for everybody, not in a general reading, right? All right. Well, let's see. Let's get us a crystal card of the week. And then we'll pull money cards, love cards, and we'll get some, we'll see what we need to surrender to. We'll pull animal cards, angel numbers, and we'll see how to stay high vibing for the week. If you enjoy this reading, like my style or like my nails, please do like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, hype the video, share the video. All of that helps. If you're interested in your other signs, I have another channel called Mantic Mystic. Mantic, M-A-N-T-I-C, Mystic. All right. And I haven't been posting there as much, but there is some content there as well to enjoy. And people ask about personal readings. The website for personal readings is schoolhouseintuitive.com. When the site's up, I'm booking readings. When it's down, that means I'm either my schedule's full right now or I am taking a little break. Okay. And usually the breaks don't last more than a couple weeks if I were to take one. So anyway, you have appetite. Get out of your comfort zone. Yeah. Hey, that's the whole week. It could be, that's how I look at social things sometimes. It's like just all awkward. All of it is awkward to me. And I laugh when I feel awkward. I start cracking up. So, and then I look like, oh, what's she on? And I'm not on anything. So, all right. Let's see. What do we have here? Thank you so much to my members. Your reading will be out tomorrow morning. Oh, we have a crystal card mixed in with the high vibe card. All right. That's a bonus crystal card for us. All righty. What is it? What is it? Phantom Quartz. Embrace change. Like I said, could be a change of plans. Could be. Now, let's look at, oh, wait. How do we stay high vibing? I took the deck out and then I just put it away. How do we stay high vibing? Whoa! Somebody jumped out. I hope they're not paragraphs long. Not too bad. Okay. So water. Drink more water. Proper hydration calms your body and it increases intuition. Okay. Hula hoop. Swing your hips as if you were using a hula hoop. Start by going clockwise, then go counterclockwise, then make figure eights. There's 8 again. Do this for a minute. The movement could bring your energy down from your head and into your body, increasing creative energy. That's kind of cool, actually, like figure 8 type. And it makes me think of, creativity, but creation. It makes me think of the magician, with that figure 8, the infinity symbol. And then we have rock the mantra. How are you feeling right now? Repeat the words. I rock 20 times with conviction. Pretend you're the queen or king of wands, right? Notice the energetic change. Those little messages we tell ourselves can actually be extremely powerful. All right, now let's see what we need to surrender to. Get the most out of this week. What do we need to surrender to, please? Surrender. So generally, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for being here. Generally, I post, I'm Eastern Standard Time. So normally I post Sunday morning, Tuesday morning, Thursday morning. And sometimes I'll do Friday afternoon bonuses too. But all right, let's see. What do we have? Surrender to effortlessness. So stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. And that, my friends, is Strength card. I think, your strength could be tested this week. Yeah, but it's like you've already passed the test. You've already passed the test. That's just it. You've already passed. You don't have to prove to anybody else. This is like metaphorical here, but maybe you literally passed the test, but you're not here to prove to other people, right? You're here to be the best version of yourself you can possibly be for yourself. And do we impact others? Yes, we do. But we don't do things just for others, right? Well, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not going to make an important change in my life because I'm forced into it, and just like, you forcing somebody, it wouldn't work. So the Strength card's all about that. It's like, again, it's not pushing so hard. We talk about it on this channel a lot, like an Empress, because Empress is Libra in tarot. It's Libra and Taurus. An Empress doesn't chase, she attracts, right? She gets ready to embrace. She's not out there being desperate, right? So this is about being in the flow, not pushing so hard. It's Empress energy. That's the energy we want to be in. Strength card energy. Have compassion for yourself, for others. Let go of what's not yours. You know, show people how to treat you by how you treat and value yourself, your time, your resources, which is also time as a resource, but yeah. All right, let's see what else we have. Let's get some money cards. Money. Yeah, you know what I want to use for that? I don't actually, no, we're going to use divine guidance. So this can have to do with abundance in some way in your life, Libras. Abundance for Libras. Could be money, could be a lot, it could be other things too. Abundance, whatever makes you feel abundant and well and delighted. And okay, what is it? Dreams. Okay, so keeping your dreams alive, maybe, or allowing yourself to dream. Again, being in that sort of childlike energy. Pay attention to your dreams. They're providing rich insights into the issues that are playing on your mind. You also have dominion. Okay, so you're the master of your domain, which could intimidate others, but you can outdo your opponents. Stay calm and observe. Ooh, lion coming in. All right. Yeah, Leo energy. All right, so you're in charge of your dream. You're the master of your dreams. You're the magician. You know, you're everything, right? It's like you're everything when it comes to this, you know, when it comes to tarot, or when it comes to making your dreams come true, living your life how you want to live. You are the center of your universe, right? All right. And it says, you already know, something. As I said, you have enough to get started with something. It's like you already know. It's so interesting that then this came out. So you already know the answer. Your intuition's trying to guide, protect, and inform you about a situation, a certain someone, something. Okay. On the bottom of the deck was collaboration. So maybe you know something already about a group you may be working with or need to be around. It's keep an open heart and mind, collaborate with people you can learn from. It doesn't have to be a solo act, all right? Doesn't have to be. Sometimes we want it to be, right? And sometimes in the beginning of certain things, it needs to be, but it doesn't always have to be that way. So that brings us to relationships. Here we go. Relationships. What do we have going on here? Whoa, that's too many. I saw another Ace of Cups, though. Oh, come on. We don't want a giant story. I just can't. Sometimes I'll hold my decks too loosely because I'm trying to be gentle on the cards, but sometimes they just fall away. All right, let's do 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay. Oh, what? All right, then. Oh, so this is what we got, because I was like, no, don't tell me a story with 7 cards. Let's give me 3 heavy hitters. Jeez. There's the Hierophant, the Devil, and the Chariot. What? Some of you are moving on from an unhealthy situation. Could be codependency, could be jealousy going on here. It could be any kind of relationship. Could be marriage. We have the Hierophant here, but with the Hierophant, it's like, I feel like because there's a difference of values, there's a difference in values here with these two. The Hierophant and the Devil, they do not see eye to eye with something. And that is when the Chariot steps in and is like, yeah, no, I'm going to go right away into the sunset with my nice pure white horse and my pure white dress. Yeah. So this could be many things. It obviously travel with the Chariot. It could also be, it's like getting your own wisdom regarding almost this energy of like what you need to let go of as far as controlling anything that's controlling you or that you're controlling, because it does have to do with control issues, yes. And cutting out the excess. Could be excess drama, could be excess spending, it could be anything really, right? It's like you're getting right to the root of something. You could figure out that a certain relationship has been the root helper or not, like a root cause of a problem or the root cause of happiness. It could be, it's either way. So, but there's certainly this energy of like, yeah, it becomes clear. So we have Taurus, Capricorn, and Cancerian energy on the table with just those 3 cards. Okay. Wow. let's go ahead and get some animal healing cards. Animal healing. We'll get two. One and two. Wow, that polar bear loves us. We have polar bear here, card 3, empowerment. Polar bear isn't loving us lately in our readings. You're stronger than you think. Harness your true innate power and let nothing hold you back. Be bold and courageous. You can do this. Like I said, you've already passed the test with something. All right. And then you have blue whale, card 52, shield of light. You're divinely protected. Nothing can truly harm you. Invoke your cosmic shield of light for energetic and spiritual protection. I'm going to tell you what I love about these two together. What I love about these two together is this blue whale is connecting you to your soul chakra, your soul star chakra, which is actually above your crown. There are more chakras than just the main 7. And then below your feet is the earth star chakra. And you have that. So you go from like way up, way down into the earth and back again. It's like a looping, right? So maybe you yourself, though, want to do some extra clearing and bringing in that high vibrational energy, that light, and sending down into the earth to be transmuted into something positive and useful for the planet, that which does not serve you any longer. Now, you have your numbers. You already have 777-888. Let me get one more card for you. You know how to show support if this reading was helpful. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm wishing you all a fabulous week. And you have card 88, more 8s. 8s are all over this one, all over this reading. There it is. You've achieved wisdom and you find success. Thanks so much.